Ah, hello, boys and girls. Undertaker Freak 1127 here. Don't mind me. I just had to go and take a shower really quick. I had to wash off the stench of failure and futility off of my skin. In fact, I really need to wash it off of my very existence because I lost a bet. I lost a bet the other day, and the stipulations of that bet demanded that I go to the midnight premiere of none other. Hold on. Let me compose myself. I had to go to the midnight premiere of the new Twilight movie. Okay. I've been asked to do a video on Twilight more often than I've been asked to do a video on any other topic. Since I've been on YouTube for about a year now, or been regularly uploading videos for about a year, Twilight has been the number one topic. Do a rant on Twilight. Do a video on Twilight. And the reason I really didn't do a rant on Twilight is because I didn't have much to go on. I didn't really, the first two times I was forced to see the movies, I actually fell asleep and I didn't get to see the movie, so I'm under the impression that you can't hate that which you do not know or have not seen. You cannot speak out against something that you have not actually witnessed for yourself. I actually stayed awake during this Twilight, and I have to say, the only thing I was thinking the entire time, looking around the theater, seeing hundreds of people surrounding me, and knowing that there are hundreds of people in the other theaters around us watching the exact same thing, the only thought that crossed my mind the entire time, other than this movie sucks, is wow. We really are settling for less and less in terms of entertainment these days. We are settling for abject mediocrity. And I'm not just saying that because I don't like Twilight or it's not my cup of tea. I'm saying that because the acting was piss poor terrible. I have never seen lines given so dryly in my entire life in any movie, unless the point of the movie was for those lines to be said with zero conviction, zero inflection whatsoever. I've never seen anything. Nothing compares, not even Paranormal Activity, which I do consider the worst movie of all time that I have ever, at least that I have seen. I'm sure there are worse. I actually, after this, the third one, I think it's the third one, after I saw this movie, I actually came home and I cracked open a copy of, I think it's, I don't even know what it's called, Breaking Dawn. I cracked open a copy of Breaking Dawn, and I expected after every line of dialogue to see delivered the line dryly. For example, "I love you," Edward said very dryly. "I love you too," Bella retorted in a very laconic manner. Or Bella said with absolutely no conviction whatsoever because, you know, when you're translating a book to the big screen, you want to be as accurate as possible. So I was looking in the book and I saw none of that. It looked like conviction to me. It looked like real inflection, but it did not translate to the big screen. Why? I don't know. Maybe the movie makers thought, well, these people are only coming here. They're giving us our money. They're only coming here because it's their favorite novel. They can settle for mediocrity. We're getting their money. We're making money hand over fist on cups, t-shirts, mugs, hats, books, pencils, sharpeners, erasers, edible underwear with Bella's face on them. We're making all kinds of money. They can settle for what they get. Right? You see, Twilight to me, Twilight overall, Twilight fits in so well with what sells these days. And what is selling more and more these days is the paranormal, the supernatural. I mean, look at American Horror Story. That show is one of the most popular shows on TV. Look at Ghost Hunters and all these paranormal ghost shows on television. Look at the craze that surrounds every Paranormal Activity movie. Okay, look at the shows about zombies now, zombie hunting, and all the zombie hunting survival guide is one of the most popular books these days. The paranormal is what is selling these days, and I think Twilight is the nadir of that. Right next to Paranormal Activity, Twilight is the nadir of this craze. And I don't understand it, really. Is it because we're a Christian nation and the majority of Americans already believe in a paranormal thing known as God floating above their heads, and they may as well buy the ghosts and spirits and zombie shit as well? Maybe, I don't know, because like George Carlin says, if you're going to buy the angel shit, you may as well take the zombie and goblin package as well. Remember? Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. I really don't know. This is the third one I've seen. Well, like I said, I fell asleep during the first two, but at random intervals, I've been forced to watch them with random female partners of mine. And Show some fucking emotion, will ya? Move your eyes up and down. Move your eyebrows. Tone of voice. Don't they teach even the most rudimentary... Isn't that one of the most rudimentary principles of acting? To properly portray what you're acting as? So, by that logic, they're acting as coma patients. Twilight, the coma series. Is that what's happening? Show some fucking emotion. Like the late, great Bill Hicks said, play with your fucking hearts. Or something along this. God damn it. It's like, what's going on? Look at this. Okay. This is Revolver Magazine. This is just another example of how little we're settling for. Amy Lee is probably the biggest female name in modern rock these days, and it comes as no surprise, even though there are many, many other candidates that completely outdo her in the hot category. She was chosen as the #1 hottest chick by the shit rag magazine Revolver. And it goes like this. It's a top 25 countdown. But what does this top 25 countdown lead into? It leads into an article with her. So they basically used all these other girls in order to get to an interview with her. They gave little tiny interviews to everyone else, like Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm. And to be honest, I wouldn't fuck her with a borrowed dick. You know, and it's the hotter ones are deeper in the count. But they used all of these to get to an interview with her. A 3 fucking page interview with her. I don't even need to tell you about music. This whole culture, entertainment across the board in this nation. And is that because I grew up in the 90s and I have the greatness of the 90s that I was desensitized by to compare it to? Maybe. I don't know. But when things like Kesha and Katy Perry and Wiz Khalifa and the Black Eyed Peas and their crappy piss-poor excuses for lyrics are the most popular songs out there, and Tickle Sack and Nickelback is the most popular rock artist, and a band like Theory of a Dead Man, and you got things like Bon Jovi and glam metal that came before, and it's just a resurgence of that lyrically. I mean, and television, reality television, 16 and Pregnant, Teen Mom, American Idol. Oh, never seen that. No, never seen. Oh, what are we in? Season 9 or 10 coming up on? America's Got Talent. Yeah, America's really got talent. Yeah, and the first season of fucking Singer won. Isn't that what American Idol's for? Reality TV shows about everything, about pawn shops, and people cutting down trees and driving on ice, and people buying fucking storage units. They made a television show about people that buy storage units. Are you kidding me? History Channel is nothing more than the fucking Pawn Star. They may as well rename it the Pawn Star Network. Because on top of... Shut up. On top of that, they have shows that have nothing to do with history, like Axemen. Or like, to a lesser extent, American Pickers. Or, you know, all these shows. And I just told you about movies. The top grossing movie of all time is a complete ripoff of something else. We got movies that the scripts have already been written in comic books. All they gotta do is add the special effects and act a little bit. We got spin-offs and remakes and rehashes and all that. Get this shit out of here! Somebody save me! Please. Am I just an uptight asshole? Is that what this is? Am I just hard to entertain? No, I'm not. I'm entertained by this pair of scissors right here. I like to think of it as Pac-Man. And I'm chasing the dots, and I'm eating the dots, and then the ghost comes. Only it's a 3D version of Pac-Man. I can actually spin that motherfucker around and move around it. You know? I'm entertained by these slightest things, but, I mean, this is crap. And Twilight is just one piece of shit on the entire dung heap. When did vampires sparkle? Have you heard of anything any more fruity than that? Sparkled like a million diamonds. Get that shit far out of here! Sparkled like a million diamonds. Oh yeah. Well, your acting sparkles like something that doesn't sparkle. Yeah. You see, all this talk about mediocrity is making my metaphors mediocre. Or making my analogies mediocre. See? I couldn't even use the right word. Holy shit. Sparkling like a million 1980 Ford Pintos. Whatever. Twilight sucks. For those of you that wanted your Twilight rant, you got it. Plus some more. I hope you noticed my extra effort there. Sometimes I wish I could just lay down and take a nap and not wake up for another 10 years. You know, just to see if maybe we change, if maybe something changes. You know, maybe a band like Rush could be the most popular artist on the radio. Again, who knows? Not likely. What did I just get sent anyway? You know, it's what do we do? I mean, what do we do about the Twilight thing? What do we do? Do we replace it with something? I mean, the new Harold and Kumar movie is out. Have a good day, folks.